Welcome to the herd. Get your undersuit on, throw on your back protector, and let's get ready to take some measurements and get your custom suit underway. Now the first thing we're going to do is mark your navel. Your navel is a critical point of measurement for several dimensions on the suit. And what we're going to do is wrap a piece of tape or a belt around your navel so that we're level front, back, and side. We're going to then measure that strap down to the floor on the front and the back, and if we're level, we're good to go. Open or print the measurement form that's been sent to you. If you haven't received that, please contact us, and let's get started. The neck circumference, a straightforward measurement. We're going to wrap the tape around at the base of the neck, put a tip of a finger in that tape to add a little bit of dimension, and there you have it. Simple. On to the next one, neck to shoulder. Now on this one, we're going to find the shoulder bone drop off. And we're going to reference this several points during the video, so keep this in mind. We're going to take the tape, put it on the collar, and then come right down to the point where that shoulder bone drops off. And there's your measurement. Number 3, the chest circumference. What we're going to do is lift up the client's arms, give a big bear hug, and put the tape around the widest point of the chest, right around the barrel. Now you'll see here when we turn Jocelyn to the side, we're going to ensure that the tape is level front to back. This is going to be critical for the next several measurements. Make sure the client's standing upright and relaxed. Torso circumference. Moving down just below the bust in the center of the torso, we're going to do the same thing. Again, make sure that the torso is level front to back. Have the client take a deep breath, exhale, and then breathe normally. You'll see that the dimensions change greatly during this process, so wait until the client is completely relaxed to record your measurement. Stomach circumference. Again, moving down the line, what we're going to do here is actually use that tape or belt that's at the navel level, assuming that it is still level. And by the way, you may want to remeasure this and do so throughout the process. You can put the measuring tape right over the tape or belt and get your dimension. Next, we move down to the hip circumference. Now, depending on how curvy the individual is, you're going to want to include the widest point of the hips, including the booty. Now, you'll see here Jocelyn's back protector actually goes down over her tailbone, and we've included that in the measurement as well. Now, on the thigh measurements, we want you to be flexed. So we're going to have you crouch as if you're on a bicycle or a stool. And the upper thigh measurement, we're going to take 10 centimeters down from the groin. Lower thigh measurement, same principle of flexing. We're going to take the widest point of the lower thigh right above the knees to include the knee tendons. The knee circumference measurement is important, especially when you're road racing. So what we're going to do is take 2 measurements here. One while standing straight up and down, right around the center of the kneecap, around the back. Then we're going to do the Captain Morgan pose. Put your leg at a 90-degree angle, and again, come around the back of the knee, up to the center of the kneecap. We're taking 2 measurements here because we want the armor to stay in place in the event of a crash, but we need your knees to be mobile and comfortable. The calf measurement is going to be another flexed measurement. I have the client stand on their tippy toes and measure around the widest point. You may take a couple measurements here to find the widest point. The ankle measurement is going to be taken where you want the suit to sit. In other words, not right around the ankle bone, but just above. This is important. You're going to measure down to this point several times during the process. This is where you want to measure to, not the ankle bones, but just above. Number 12, your overall arm length. We're going to move back up to the top. Find that shoulder drop off point. You're going to place the metal of the tape right in that drop. From here, extend the tape down to the back of the elbow and then wrap it around to the forearm. We're going to go just past the wrist bone. Measurement number 13 is a simple one. We're going to measure from the collar down to the navel. Again, make sure your tape or your belt is in the right spot and hasn't shifted. On number 14, recheck your tape or belt, make sure it hasn't shifted. If it's in the right spot, go from the back of the collar down to the tape or belt. Measurement number 15 can be a little bit tricky. Watch as I take the measurement on Jocelyn, going from shoulder bone drop to shoulder bone drop up to her collar. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop it and come across the back protector as well. Back protectors can interfere with this measurement and really throw it off. Include the widest dimension. Measurement number 16, the bicep. We want the client flexing their dominant arm. If they're right-handed, flex the right bicep. Go around the widest point. For number 17, we're going to take two measurements here just like we did the knee. One with your arm to your side and at rest, and another with your arm at a 90-degree angle, right around the tip of the elbow for both. Just like the knee, the point here is to keep the armor in place in a crash and keep you comfortable otherwise. The forearm measurement is going to be in a gooseneck position. Twist the wrist outward, flex the forearm, we're going to come right above the elbow and take the widest point dimension. The wrist measurement, number 19, is going to be taken right around the wrist bones at the widest point. Measurement number 20 is an overall height measurement. We're going to take it from the neck to the floor. You'll see here I have Jocelyn hold the tape. I go down as far as the tape will go, and then I ask her to drop it. From there, I start the measurement at the point where the tape stopped and add the two dimensions. The next three measurements are taken from the side. Again, recheck your tape, make sure it's level. Measure from the navel down to the floor. Number 22, we take the same type of measurement from the navel down to the ankle, just above the ankle bones where you want the suit to sit. Number 23, the navel on the side down to the center of the knee. Ask the client where the center of their knee is, and there's your measurement. Measurement 24, we're going back up to the arm. This is going to be a segmented measurement. You'll see I put the arm at a 90-degree angle, find the shoulder bone drop, and place the tape there. Run down the back of the arm to the very tip of the elbow. Hold the tape in that position, bring the metal end of the tape down from the shoulder, start it at the exact point that you stopped your last measurement, and then go up past the wrist bone for the wrist measurement. Number 26 is the INSEAM measurement, and this one can get a little bit tricky. What I do here is have the client hold the metal end of the tape against their thigh with the centimeters facing out. Go all the way up as far as possible, and then I go down and measure at the bottom of the leg. This is where you want the suit to sit, just above the ankle bones. Measurement number 27 is a very critical measurement. This is the front of the neck. We're going to have the client hold the tape at the front of their neck on the collar. Then go through the legs, snug, not too tight. You may run out of tape here, so have the client drop the tape, and again, bring it up, start it over, and add that dimension to the tape if needed. Recheck your tape or belt. Make sure that it's level front to back. Number 28, another critical torso measurement here. We're measuring from the front navel, going to go down through the legs into the back navel. Assuming everything is level, this is an easier one than 27. But again, you want to make sure there's not a wedgie, it's not too tight, but it is snug. Now the two final measurements were added a little bit later in our process when we found that they could add just a little bit more comfort to our fitment. Number 29 is a measurement of the center of the knee down to the ankle. This is a simple measurement, obviously, just going from the center of the knee down to where you want the suit to sit. The same place we measured the inseam and the side length measurements right down above the ankle bones. The final measurement, number 30, is the armhole. Now this is a simple measurement that a lot of people seem to overcomplicate. Simply put the tape through the armpit, have the client put the arm down to the side, and then bring the tape back up to the top of the shoulder and meet it to find the overall circumference of the armhole. That concludes our body measurements. Now, if you're a female, there are a couple additional measurements we want to go over. The first thing is the nipple to nipple measurement. The easiest way to do this is to have the client point out her nipples and then run the tape from fingertip to fingertip. We're then going to measure from the collar down to the nipple level. Again, have the client indicate the nipple location, place the tape at the collar, and then measure down to fingertip. The last female dimension that we're going to take is going to be above the bust. We're going to put the tape around the circumference of the torso, right under the armpits, and above the bust. If you bought Bison gloves, congratulations. You're getting one of the best gauntlets on the market, whether you went with our tried and true Thor Point 1 or our brand new Thor Point 2 race model. Now there's just two quick measurements we're going to take to ensure fitment. The first is the circumference of the palm at the widest point, taken with the palm facing up and fingers together. Keeping that position, we're going to take the length of the hand, from the base of the palm at the crease up to the tip of the middle finger. Congratulations, you just completed the most intimidating, most time-consuming part of this whole process. Now we get to move on to fun stuff. If you haven't already, we're going to finalize your design and choose your colors. Now keep in mind, this video is intended for instructional purposes only. It does not guarantee the fitment of your suit. We only guarantee the fitment if we measure you in person or at an authorized fitment center. With that in mind, we do guarantee that the suit that you receive and the gloves that you receive are made to the exact specifications provided to us by you. If at any point you have questions about any of the measurements you took today, or you're second guessing the process, please contact us. We will set up a video call to walk you through any of those measurements that you questioned and make sure that they're 100%. After all, we want your suit and gloves to fit you like nothing else on the market. On behalf of Tasha, myself, and the rest of our team, we want to thank you for choosing Bison Track gear. We look forward to seeing you trackside soon. In the meantime, go fast, be safe.